Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. We are steamrolling through this series. It's not particularly popular, this series, and I've noted that. So I'm just going to try my best to get them out as quick as possible, wrap it up, and then hopefully I can do a big kind of list, and then hopefully that video is a bit more well received. But I know a few of you are watching this, so I thought I'd continue on with it, because I'm enjoying it again. I kind of got a bit bored of it around about halfway through round 2, but now that we're almost over, I'm generally quite excited to get onto round 3, and then hopefully we can get through round 3 quite quickly, and then we'll get to the real interesting ones. So starting today, we are of course doing the Treehouse of Horror XXIX with Destination Springfield. So this is going to be an awesome one. 2 pretty solid events from the surface. Now I want to preface this with saying that obviously there are 5 points to be won. The first point is for structure and theme. The second point is for characters. The third point is for buildings. The fourth point is for decorations. And the fifth and final point is my general overall opinions of it today. So it's quite arbitrary, the fifth and final point. So I also want to mention that obviously characters includes costumes, buildings includes building skins. You know the deal. Anyway, we're going to start with the older of the events, which of course is Destination Springfield. So let's start off with the structure and theme of Destination Springfield. So, of course, Destination Springfield is one of many 3-act structure, kind of classic events, classic sort of tapped out events that we got. There was a lot of events like this, so there was obviously 3 different prize tracks, split between 3 acts, split between obviously different times, and you could, go in, get your prizes, and all that jazz. Oh god. There was also crafting, where you could craft different items from different places, different countries anyway. There was, the theme was of course quite simple. It was around the world. We had a sort of French act. We had a sort of Japan act. Oh god, a Japan act, not China, and wrong country. And then the final act was like a Brazilian act. So those were the different acts that we had. So quite strong. There was, strong theme. There was also the little airport, so you could earn the event currency by sending characters to the airport. A touch that I really liked because it kind of said what country they were going to. It's something minor, but I really enjoyed that. And yeah, very good event. I was particularly amazed at this event. It came at a point where the game was so stagnant and so slow, and then this event just came out of nowhere and blew me away, honestly. But moving on to, of course, Treehouse of Horror XXIX. This, of course, the theme is Halloween, but they specifically chose to focus on the kind of monsters that we occasionally see and their like wives. So obviously we have Dracula returned, but Dracula was a big focus. We had the mummy, who was a big focus, the werewolf, and then their wives. So you obviously had the female werewolf, the Countess Dracula, and also the female mummy. So it was quite a good. I quite liked that aspect of it. Now the game was again 3-act structure, like normal. Like usual. This was one of the later ones. I think eventually they got rid of this structure, obviously, but yeah, this was one of the last ones I think we had. We had crafting, of course, was a part of this update, and also there was a mini game where you could earn exclusive prizes, and that was the Old Ruins. But I will say this: as much as I loved it in the Time Travel and Toaster, this one killed me. It killed my interest. I didn't even bother getting the prizes because that's how boring I found it. I think the idea of these minigames is cool, but when you just repeat a minigame, and this was just a blatant repeat of the one that we got in the Time Traveling Toaster update, it just feels lazy. And that's although I liked the fact that I like it normally when they do minigames, this one minigame, it's not there. I hated this minigame, so I'm giving no extra points for it. I can understand if you guys maybe did enjoy it, but I think after the repeats, the fact that it was a blatant copy of the one in Time Travel and Toaster, and it really just killed my interest. Particularly with this event, I don't have fond memories of it. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I actually have very negative memories for this event because this is when I just lost all hope almost. Eventually I got back into it when the Christmas update came, but yeah, this one I really didn't like too much. But which one wins for structure and theme? I'll try to be as unbiased as possible. But the one that I think wins structure and theme has got to be Destination Springfield. I just can't, as much as I liked some of the aspects of Treehouse of Horror, and I really like that strong theme, it does have a strong kind of Halloween theme. It isn't just like, oh, let's throw a bunch of shit together and see what sticks kind of theme. It's, no, we've got this theme of the monsters' wives and their kind of, and them themselves. I like that, but I just think the Destination Springfield was just far stronger. So that point goes to them. So moving on, we'll move on to characters. Starting with Destination Springfield, as it's the older of the event. So we of course have Maurice, Caesar, and Ugolin. I don't know how to say the names. I'm going to give 3 points for those guys. I think they're all great. I really like how they added Maurice in. I love Caesar and I love Ugolin. I thought he was great. Then we have Oscar, the seafood concerned squid. I like him. I think it was odd adding him as a character and not as an NPC. And part of me thinks it probably would have been better if it was an NPC, actually. Tell you what. Yeah, I still agree that it should have been an NPC. This event, the one downside to this event, is it started a trend where characters who normally would be NPCs ended up being characters. And this event kind of started this trend. So I won't give a point for the Oscar. Sakatumi, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll give a point to him. I think he's cool. Mr. Sparkle, I think definitely deserves a point. And the battle seizure robot does deserve a point too. I think he's quite a cool NPC when the screen flashes when you tap him. The vicious monkeys do not get a point whatsoever. In fact, I was quite insulted that they were added as characters. Tiago, I'll give him 1. Ronaldo, I think is good enough. I'll give him 1 too, but I'm not going to give 1 to XXIX. I don't know how you say name. XXIX. I know I'm saying that wrong. How do you pronounce X's? Norbert definitely gets a point. I think he led the event. He was excellent. I'm tempted to give him 2, but I won't. I really was blown away by Norbert. I think he was excellent character. The tourists don't get a point. I think adding them as actual characters was a bit lame. And then we have a skin for Kimiko, which is the sailor Kimiko. I'm not going to give a point to that. So that rounds off Destination Springfield with a total of 9 points. Not bad. So moving on with Halloween, we have Countess Dracula. I'll definitely give a point for her. The She-Wolf, definitely to give a point to her. The 2 mummies, I'll give them 1 point as a group, because I know that the one was a prize and one was premium, but I think they're about on level with each other, so I don't want to give them both 2 points. I found them particularly kind of boring. The werewolf, I'll give him 1 point. Voodoo Queen doesn't get a point. Slick does not get a point. Beatrice does not get a point. I think all these characters are so boring. Nosferatu is cool as hell. He gets a point. Julian Steen, I'll give a point to Julian Steen and to Frankenstein's monster. I think they both deserve it. The Devil does not get a choice, does not get a point. I think, I personally think this should have been a costume, and they also ended up adding that demon mode later on. I know I'm not punishing it for that, but I think that this made sense as a costume. And then finally, Witch, who was super premium. I kind of liked what they did with her a little bit, but because she's super premium, I can't give a point. And then we have 3 skins. 1 is Count Grandpa. I will definitely give a point to. Ware Millhouse, no, I can't give a point to. And Mummy Wiggum, I want to give a half point for Mummy Wiggum just for his look, but I think the actual costume itself is not particularly great. Okay, so the points are as followed. We've got 9 points for Destination Springfield and 8.5 for Treehouse of Horror. Even if I gave the point to the Mummy Wiggum, that's still only 8. That means it's tied then. But then the issue with that is I have to break the tie, and I'm going to be breaking the tie to Destination Springfield. So Destination Springfield goes through to the next round. I was trying to make it so oh wait, no. It's only a half point. I probably would give it full points for Mummy Wiggum, but if I had to break that tie, I'm going to have to go with Treehouse of Horror. Not Treehouse of Horror, Destination Springfield. God. Anyway, moving on to buildings. This could be the final round. If Treehouse of Horror bags this point, then they go through to we can go through to the next round. But if Destination Springfield gets it, then Destination Springfield wins. So we of course have our buildings. So for Destination Springfield, we had the Springfield Airport, which I definitely give a point to. The Tourist Information Center and the Reward Center, I'm not going to give points to them. I think they're fine, but they're not like they were there just to like help the event move along. I mean, they're not particularly amazing buildings. The Eiffel Tower definitely gets a point. Bastille gets a point. Bastille? The Paris Hotel gets a point. I like that. The Chateau Marchand, I love. And Le Krusty Burger is pretty good too. Give that one a point. From Japan, we have KTV Building. I love that one. The Sumo Stadium, I'm a little iffy on. It's a bit difficult to decorate, so I'll leave that. I won't give that one a point. America Town and America Town I'll give a point to. Himeji's Castle, yeah, I'll give that a point. And then the Royal Tokyo definitely gets a point too. From Brazil, we have Bora. I won't give a point to that one. Samba School will get a point. The Tree Steakhouse, I believe this doesn't earn cash, does it? Does this earn cash? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'll give it a point anyway. But I remember there was like a building that. Oh no, that was a decoration. Sorry, ignore me. Churrosities, I'll give that one a point. Filthy Angel Orphanage, definitely give that one a point. And then Rio de Janeiro, I'll give that one a point too. Now, the Land of Chocolate Chapel, I'm going to skip over because I'm pretty sure that's more of a Valentine's Day update building. So I'm not gonna give that one a point just because I think it was more tied to the Valentine's Day. So we're skipping that one if you're wondering. But the Chateau Marchand restored skin, I actually really like the fact that they gave a skin for this. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna give out a half point for this for the skin. So that means that Destination Springfield, for its building, ends with 15.5 points. So, moving on to, of course, Treehouse of Horror. So, the buildings we have are the Old Ruins. Not going to give that one a point because it was the minigame, and it has horrible memories, and also it's not really a building. The Holy Forge, I just don't want to give that one a point. I'll be honest. Dracula Land, I'll definitely give a point to, though. The Webs, I can't give that point. Should be a decoration, really. The Barking Good Butchery, yeah, I'll give that one. The Screaming Stitch and Hurtham, sure, I'll give that one. The Bazaar, yeah, I'll give that one a point for sure. The Grand Pyramid, that one gets a point. The Ancient Dig, I'm not going to give a point to that one. Transylvania Cottage and the Transylvania Chalet, I'll give a point for both of them. The Mud Brick Hovel, probably not. Actually, no, I kind of like that one. Cursed Tomb, I like a little bit. I'll give a point. Voodoo Hexes and Curses, nope, I'm not giving that a point. The Tween Lit Ink, sure. The Monsters Castle, I love that Monsters Castle a little bit. And the Hellscape, I can't give a point to. It should be a decoration. So we end Halloween with a total of 9 points, meaning that, of course, the actual point itself needs to go to Destination Springfield. So Destination Springfield wins, unfortunately. Treehouse of Horror pretty much gets smoked. So yeah, there's not much competition there. I just think Destination Springfield is such a great event that it's gonna be. I will be surprised if it gets taken out before the semi-finales. It's possible because of how my scoring system works. Sometimes I get surprised when I go through it, right? So I'll go through the points and I'll be like, oh wait, no, technically this event wins, but I thought this event would win this. I try my best to like also not just have quality over quantity. So for example, I could just do, if I just do the point system, but with an event that hasn't got very many characters or costumes, then sometimes that can be a bit negative. But then I guess that's the balance you have to have, because if you just really love the theme of an event, you can't balance it over the quality of the characters and the buildings and all that. So I think this is the best way for me to be as like unbiased as possible of putting events into like to see which event I think quality wise is the best. If I should just go off my opinion, this series would be over in 2 minutes. So I think this is a far more interesting to go through. So yeah, anyway, if you're interested, I would have given the decoration point to Destination Springfield as well. I just think there was far better decorations there. And then in terms of the overall field, it also would have gone to Destination Springfield. So Treehouse of Horror was not winning whatsoever. So I'll submit those scores for you. Destination Springfield goes to the next round. So tune in next week for the last match of round 2. The last round, or the last part of round 2 anyway. Which will be Treehouse of Horror XXVII versus Itchy and Scratchy Land. So far, have there only been... Oh no, there's been one Treehouse of Horror. We got one Treehouse of Horror event that's gone through. Is that 30? Or is that... Yeah, that's 30, right? Yeah, 5, 10, 15. Wait, is it 15 or is it 30? I don't know what X is. I get confused. I think that's... Yeah, that's 30. That's quite a recent one. And then we, of course, have... Which other ones gone through? Christmas 2012's gone through, and Christmas 2013. So we've got a few Halloween, a few of the seasonal. Oh, and Treehouse of Horror XXII there. So we've got a few of the seasonal events that have gone through. We'll see if this one manages to get through, if it can beat Itchy and Scratchy Land. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this next one actually. But it will be great to get on to round 3. I can't wait personally. I don't know about you guys, but I just want to see who the best event is. That's what I'm interested in. I generally don't know. I have a few ideas, like ones that will potentially win, but personally, I don't know, because anything can happen with the scoring system I've set up. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.